Hi everyone, welcome to today's psychoeducational video. I'm Gabriel Alexander Chen from UPA's Business Management International class, and along with my friends Dev Prakash and Felicia Shu, we will be diving into the psychological and fascinating world of emotional intelligence. The purpose of today's video is to educate you, our viewers, on what it means to have emotional intelligence, the role of each component of EI, and the importance of having high emotional intelligence and how it would affect our future relationships with friends, families, and later on with the colleagues in our career. Now, I'll pass it on to my colleague Felicia to take us deeper into what is emotional intelligence.
Hi, this is Felicia, and today I'm gonna explain to you about emotional intelligence. Before you can understand the concept of emotional intelligence, you must first grasp the concept of emotion. We are emotional creatures. It is something that is inside, within the head of every person. And oftentimes we rely on it to make decisions and respond to the stimuli that happens in life, either positively or negatively. This is where your level of emotional intelligence plays a role. The way we are able to use and manage emotions in the right way. Many may have wondered what emotional intelligence actually is. There are many definitions to it, but they all mean the same thing, which is the ability to recognize and understand emotions in yourself and others, and to manage it in a positive way in relation with others. A person with a good emotional intelligence would be able to use any kind of emotions to give a positive impact. Of course, genetics, upbringing, and environment plays a role, but it can be developed with sustained practice. Here are the 5 keys to help you build emotional intelligence.
Self awareness is the art of understanding yourself, especially your emotions and how they affect your thoughts. Here we can ask ourselves these three questions to improve our self awareness. When it occurs, what triggers it, and what behavior it generates in response to these emotions. These questions will help you to see yourself more clearly and increase your self knowledge. It prevents you from generalizing your emotions and understanding them on a deeper level. For instance, you feel like you are having a bad day. You ask yourself, what are you feeling? Are you feeling sad, anxious, or stressed? When do you start feeling it? And after a stressful meeting or after spilling a coffee? And etc. It is crucial to have self awareness to understand others. But first, you must acknowledge your own emotions. It also acts as moral compass and is a basis of good decision making.
Acknowledging our emotions is one thing, controlling it, an entirely different story. Now, self regulation is the ability to handle distressing emotions, such as anger and sadness, in healthy ways to keep it under control. Those who have mastered self regulation are good at dealing with challenging events and working past it. To master this skill, it requires action along with powerful values, such as hard work, perseverance, and a positive attitude. Suppose that someone said something that upsets you. Instead of impulsively getting angry and just blaming them and the whole world, pause and think why he has caused you to feel upset and what the appropriate response should be. Contemplate the potential repercussions of this response. If you happen to be around in a group of people, or if this altercation with the counterparty is with someone rather important to you, because these small yet proactive choices ensure that disruptive emotions, just sadness, anger, they won't negatively affect us or the people around us.
To fully be able to manage ourselves, we need motivation to drive us, to keep pushing ourselves forward. Simply being self aware and maintaining yourself won't be enough for you to grow, to reach the goal you've set for yourself. As in reality, life is unpredictable and we are not unlimited. We will face shortcomings in our journey. That's why motivation is important to make sure we don't lose to those circumstances. Now, how exactly can we motivate ourselves? Here are some tips for you. First, you have to master self awareness. This is key to finding out what your passion is and what motivates you. It can be making your parents proud, or even simply just to show off to your friends. Then you can list down all the things that motivate you, and whenever you feel like giving up, look back at that list and bounce back stronger.
Emotional intelligence does not only focus on managing ourselves, it also requires you to acquire social competence on how we handle ourselves or manage our relationship. This comes in the fourth key point that is, or the fourth key skill, which is relationship management. This is the ability to develop and maintain good relationships as well as others being inspired or being affected in a positive manner by you. Acquiring this skill involves the understanding of concept of timing and communication. We must be able to differentiate when to be serious or when to bring in humor depending on the situation. It wouldn't be appropriate to make a joke when your boss is angry, right? Being a good listener is also necessary to produce a good relationship with others. It enables you to understand them on a deeper manner or a deeper level. Lastly, pay attention on how you communicate with others, both verbally and non-verbally. We must be able to express ourselves well to be able to communicate, and we must be aware of our body language that we are projecting, as we might unintentionally convey something we don't want to. For example, did you frown when you heard someone say something that upset you? Of course, to fully master these skills, you need your friends and your peers to help you give you constant feedback.
Now, putting yourself in other people's shoes is a phrase normally used to embody the last skill of EI, or empathy. By seeing a situation from another person's perspective, you can see the world as they see it. You don't necessarily have to agree with it, but it gives you insight as to how they may feel or what they may be going through at that point in time. And to an extent, it may justify a little bit of what they're experiencing and how they're reacting. To empathize, you can start by actively listening to what they say. Active listening means that we pay attention to what they say and respond appropriately. Now, we can physically show through our gestures and body language that we are showing our attention and that they have our attention. And that is one sign of respect when someone is especially expressing deep concern or a significant amount of emotions in a conversation. Now, on top of that, asking appropriate and respectful questions at the right time can also allow for a pathway of understanding to be built. One thing to avoid is to interrupt the person and begin sharing similar stories of what they're going through based on our own personal experiences. This shows that we are self-centric, and it does not show empathy, as some people just want to be listened to. So this is how we show empathy.
So, in conclusion, emotional intelligence is the ability to be self aware of your emotions, to manage it, and to express both your words and body language in the right way in order to motivate yourself, understand, and develop good relationships with others. This all will require you to master the 5 key skills we discussed. It will take time and effort, but trust me, it will be worth it. It will help you manage stress, which will improve both your performance and well being. You will succeed in your work or school and even achieve your goals, as high emotional intelligence help you understand the social complexities more, which leads to stronger relationships built. As you become more skilled at managing your emotions, your physical and mental health will thank you, as you are now less vulnerable to diseases and mental problems like anxiety or even depression. As time goes by, the higher your emotional intelligence, the more positive impact you'll give to yourself and others. I hope this video is insightful and you will learn to become someone with good emotional intelligence. Thank you for watching.